Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. With the 4/5 divide you in half.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to First Cut Live. We are back here with the full crew. I am here with Robert Butler III and Sabrina herself. Happy to have you guys. How are you guys doing today?
I mean, you know how it is. It's been a very rough week trying to stay connected to everything while still maintaining some semblance of sanity and like going through normal life because work doesn't stop. Life is continuing on through all the chaos, but just trying my best to stay as positive as possible.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. And RB3, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, doing the same. I'm have major social anxiety about being in the middle of the frame for this episode, so I am gonna switch the boxes around a little bit, but y'all don't have to worry about that.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta be in the middle, man.
Yeah, what's up? Keep yourself in the middle.
The middle, I can't do the middle. Also, I apologize, everybody. I rewatched the Oscar stream and I talk way too much. I talked way too much. I was like, dang, Sabrina and John are barely talking. But my bad, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna put myself on the 45-second timer for each topic this time. So
I thought it was great. I obviously I wasn't able to join you guys, but I thought it was a great stream, and I obviously watched it on replay. But I thought it was good. It was a good analysis, good breakdowns from each and every one of you. So I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
Especially for it being 7 a.m, like we did good. We did good. Don't worry.
No, we did. We did great work.
Yeah, your reactions were priceless, man. Yeah, obviously I haven't given up my thoughts on that, but obviously shout out to Sinners. It's the big winner for the Oscar nominations, getting 16 nominations, which is the record, and hopefully they win a lot of those bigger ones, because they're gonna win a lot, but they're not gonna win, or they're not favored to win the bigger ones, but hopefully they do. There's still time. So
that's all right.
Speaking of big movies, we have some big news coming up. It's the title of the video, RB3. Everyone's freaking out on film Twitter.
Film Twitter.
Travis Scott.
Hip hop Twitter.
This is going crazy. Travis Scott is in the Odyssey, and we even got a little clip of it that someone leaked out. So
yeah, I was gonna say I have the clip. I am terrified to play it because I know
I would say maybe don't. Yeah,
I was gonna say I haven't seen it since, and they've been like taking down those things. So I say let's play it safe, but that's just me.
I got a nice clean screenshot of my man Travis. Look at Travie. Yo, look at that. That's crazy. Like, yo, man, he went from murdering all them people in Houston to back on the big stage with Nolan. Like, wow, what a comeback, you know?
Yeah, I got a lot to say about that, which is exactly why I'm gonna throw it to Sabrina. Sabrina,
yeah. What
are your thoughts on Travis Scott being in the Odyssey?
So I am not a fan of Travis Scott in any way. I know he has his relationship with Nolan because of Tenet. Obviously that's a curveball. I don't necessarily, given everything that's happened and what he did, doesn't make me that excited. Even just talking about the Odyssey as a whole, something about the casting overall, I'm just like not vibing with. I love Nolan. We love Nolan in this household, but like Tom Holland, okay, haven't really loved him outside of Spider-Man. I love him as a human though. Prove me wrong, please. I would love to see that. Even Matt Damon, just a lot of these haven't really excited me. So Travis Scott on top of it, it's just kind of another like, okay, I'll see it. I'm going to try not to be a hater in this one instance, but obviously I don't necessarily think he really has a place in this film. I feel like you could have had anybody else.
That's a really, really good point, Sabrina. The casting is a little curious, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't know. It's not necessarily because they're not big stars. They're big stars and they're good actors. They're all great actors, but there's something a little, I don't know, a little bit like old school Hollywood about it, like where you just put big stars in it.
You know what it reminds me of now that you say that? I keep seeing just absolutely horrendous AI trailers, like fake ones where they're like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Timothy Chalamet in this movie. That's what this casting kind of feels like to me a little bit.
Yeah, the Matt Damon and the Tom Holland part is the big one, but John Bernthal too, kind of playing himself, Frank Castle, and Shane from The Walking Dead and stuff.
That's Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's kind of what I was gonna say too. Like, I kind of love how Nolan's kind of like leaning into that, because like it looks like Tom Holland's just being Tom Holland. It looks like Matt Damon is typical lost. Matt Damon lost in space. Like, we got to go find him. And then John Barenthal's yelling the whole trailer. It's like they're all playing into their tropes. Even Travis Scott, like his little line is like, "War has begun." It's like, what? It's almost meme level, but I don't know. I kind of, like you said, it's like old school. In a way, I kind of like it.
Yeah, quick thoughts for me on Travis Scott. You said it, RB3, right off the top. I can't get over it, man. I saw 2 documentaries on that. I was awake that night throughout the whole Astroworld thing. Full disclosure, I've been a big Travis Scott fan, at least, pre that event. I loved his Astroworld album. I loved it. And I know some people from Houston too. So the fact all that comes together to say that I just can't get over it. I just can't. And when you talk to people who were there, when you talk to people who were in Houston, and when you just see with your own eyes what it was like in that, it was just 100% preventable. And I know it was preventable starting at the top, which is Live Nation and, the organizers and stuff like that. But there is just absolutely no way, if you see 5, 6 dead bodies, that you just keep the show going. There's just no way. I just can't get over that. It's going to take a lot for me to get over that. And I know Travis Scott is trying to come back from that. He's apologized from that, but I just still can't. I just can't. I don't know. That's just me. That's why I just gave up on him.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I get it. There's a lot of reasons to hate Travis Scott. Shout out, first of all, just real quick, shout out Wiley Todd. Thank you, Wiley Todd. Wiley with the quick super chat. Wiley, much salute. Sending in support. Wiley says, sending in support. Thanks for the intro to the stream. Hope you guys have a good week, even though the world sucks right now. Yeah, we're trying. Wiley said Travis Scott's falling off. Don't know why he's in this. Hey, look.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm coming at this a little bit, probably a little bit more optimistic than you two are, personally, because look, I joke about the Astroworld thing, and it is tragedy. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm probably sounding hella callous, like saying this. You know what I'm saying? But dog, 2016, like I was bumping Goosebumps like no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, there's just some songs that Travis Scott has that are just like, culturally, like super significant. Even not gonna lie, I even kind of like that song that's on the Tenet soundtrack. Like, it's the plan, so like, musically, like he's fallen off, and I really haven't heard the last like 2 albums with the little Jack Boys thing he's been doing. That's really trash. I really haven't even listened to that like at all. But his older music, it's like Kanye made Graduation, right? Like I'm giving Travis Scott the benefit of the doubt because the old stuff, pre Astroworld concert, after that, whatever, but like pre that concert, that was my man. So I'm still kind of happy to see him in this film. And also too, I did see a clip. He was on like GQ, those Rolling Stones. He was talking about how he like loves the theatrical experience and how like we have to preserve theaters and things like that. I'm like, okay, maybe that's what him and Nolan are like vibing about. Like maybe him and Nolan are just chopping.
I mean, I also love the concert experience, and I like being safe at those too. So maybe let's do some work.
Yeah, nah, true. There gotta be a balance.
Wiley made a fun comment. He said, should have gone to ASAP Rocky. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, if you're going to put a rapper in the film, I'm so down for like ASAP Rocky or even anybody else. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I love the compare. Like back in the day, I don't know if you remember RB3, like the ASAP Travis comparisons.
Yeah, that was like literally
crazy.
Yeah, like that's so funny y'all said that, because that's what everybody said. Like Travis stole ASAP's like look, but to be fair, now you're like Wiley said, in Highest to Lowest, ASAP was really good. I think ASAP is going to have a great acting career. And like I just said, I haven't listened to Travis Scott's last 2 albums. I was just bumping ASAP Rocky's new album in the car. It is so fire. Like, it is really, really fire. Like, the man still got it. He's like he's surprisingly not washed. So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of team ASAP Rocky on that too,
Yeah, and he's married to Rihanna, so
Exactly. We just got to get her back in the studio. That's it.
there you go. He was good in Dope. I just remember him from Dope.
So good and dope. Yeah.
Dope is the one that I always think of when I think of ASAP. But yeah, for me, I just can't get over it. That's just my thoughts. Obviously, I doubt he's in it for more than what we saw in that clip. I doubt he's going to have a major role. It's just like a fun little thing. But for me, it's more about just, I don't know. I just can't get over that whole event. It was just too tragic for me.
Yeah.
But any final thoughts on that, guys?
Nah, I was gonna play the song, but again, I'm terrified of the copyright of it.
You mean the Tenet song?
Yeah, the Tenet one. Yeah.
Remember, have you guys seen that clip of that Peloton instructor talking about Tenet?
Yeah.
You've seen that? Yeah. She's like, they were playing that song in the Peloton class, and she's like, this song is from a movie called Tenet. Crazy movie. And she just like goes off on like a movie review of Tenet.
Yeah, she was like crazy movie, but it's too long. I don't know why it's so long. And then Nolan actually responded to her. Like, that was really funny. Like, that's a fun moment.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Let's move on to 28 years later. Something that I am out the loop. I'm completely out the loop on this one, but you guys wanted to talk about it, so let's get right to it. Sabrina, this is a new film that came out, I believe, about a week and a half ago. How'd you feel about 28 years later? I believe it's called Bone Temple.
I went into it really excited, mostly, honestly, for Nia DaCosta. I did enjoy the previous film and the entry. You know, that one's more of like coming of age in this environment type of vibe. And then this is like really getting to know more of this world and like what has transpired within these years outside of the island that they were on and, you know, in the mainland. And I just think it was really fun. I'm so happy Nia DaCosta got this win because obviously with everything with the Marvels, I just feel like we haven't been able to see her vision kind of come to life in like a big studio film in a while. And yeah, I think she took everything that worked within that first one and really elevated it. Love the performances that she got out of all the actors. Honestly, chef's kiss. Like, this is like top tier for me right now. I know it's only January, but I'm excited to rewatch this one, and Crazy Intense. Like, something about zombies for me, they get me. Like, that's actually what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, RB3, what'd you think, Ben?
Yeah, no, same. It was man, what a scary movie. For one, I mean, you know, I like the first 28 years later as well. I love all the movies in this franchise, frankly. The most recent one, 28 years later, the previous one, I liked it a lot. You know, it had a whole storyline about, you know, the main character's mom dealing with like cancer and stuff. And it just really hit at a time for me that I just like, you know, like really react emotionally to it. You know, to a point I can't really watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now, you know what I'm saying? But like, I definitely appreciated it. But you could definitely tell, you know, Danny Boyle, man, he's all about, I'm gonna get a quick, like he has those real stylistic shots of like when the arrows get shot and it's like, you know, like kind of like
over and over.
Yeah, Matrix style, kind of thing. I'm like, come on. And then, you know, shot on the iPhone. Again, Danny Boyle has his style, and I love that. What I loved about this film is that it was just a straight up horror movie. Like, especially the first half. I mean, honest to God, like the first hour or so of the movie is probably some of the scariest stuff I've seen on screen recently, from the zombies, but also just from them humans. I mean, them boys was, oh my goodness, that Jack O'Connell, man, we gotta have somebody look at that boy, man, because oh my goodness, he was scary. And then that whole little band of fingers that they had, we saw a little bit of them torturing them people, and that one homegirl that was super crazy, you know, hopped on top, you know, like spoilers, but anyway, that whole barn scene, super, super crazy. And it was like no zombies involved. It was just like humans, you know, being terrible to each other. And it was like the most terrifying thing I've seen in a long time. That's just a credit to Nia DaCosta for her great direction, for her like, you know, invisible direction almost in a way, for like letting the script kind of like stand out and not like getting in the way of like, let me make these crazy shots or let me make it, you know, look all crazy. Like, no, like the horror is there on the page and on with the performers. And it literally, honestly, maybe one of my favorite Nia DaCosta films ever. Like straight up, like even more than like, I mean, I honestly, I maybe even like this a little bit more than Candyman. Am I crazy? Like, am I crazy? I don't know, but I really like this film. I really like this film.
Yeah, that's dope. That's a really good analysis. Go ahead, Sabrina. Sorry.
No, no worries at all. I was just going to say too, yeah, the humans of it all. Like, I think that's the most interesting part because obviously we do have the Jimmies and they just never let up. It's unrelenting. But then we have Ray Fiennes, Dr. Ian Kelson, and the contrast between his character and then obviously Jack O'Connell, which also shout out to Skins UK. I feel like I've talked about this a lot before. I watched it when I was a kid. Yeah. I mean, they came out with some incredible actors because, you know, everybody's like, oh, Jack O'Connell, we keep seeing him in these like crazy roles. I'm like, watch Skins. He is a complete psychopath. And so he's been on that game for a while. Like he knows how to turn it on and be super menacing. But then in the moments, trying not to get too super spoilery here, but like in the moments where it's kind of like him being a little bit more vulnerable and you're actually seeing him as a person versus like the persona that he puts on and that energy. I feel like he's able to reel it in so beautifully. But yeah, just overall, all the performances, Samson, the guy who plays Samson, absolutely incredible. That's another one where you're going back and forth through all of these different kind of like heightened emotions. And he just did that so wonderfully. Ray Fiennes, incredible. Like the scenes, all the different scenes where he was so theatrical, he's dancing, whether it's with Samson or doing that whole display for the Jimmies. I loved every minute of it. Like I really, really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, Wiley in the chat says it also had a really good soundtrack. What do you guys think of the soundtrack of the film?
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, it was you know, for one, oh shoot, I forgot to set this up before we went live too. You know, you saw part one of my Hamnet review came out. My biggest problem with that movie is that they use this song that's been used in every single movie since. I'm not gonna lie, the Bone Temple did pull out a couple of overused songs. You know, particularly, I don't know, you know that Radiohead song Sabrina that they used in they also used in the John David Washington, The Creator. It was also in The Creator as well. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like the Nerve version of like that song that's getting slightly overused, but I'm kind of liking it. Like, you know, I kind of love it in this film. And then of course the Iron Maiden thing at the end, like you're alluding to, Sabrina, like this is a Ralph Fiennes masterclass. Like honestly, like he should be in the conversation. I hope, you know, it's probably no chance, but give him in the best supporting actor conversation for this movie. Like he was great. I mean, all the way around through and through, the dramatic scenes, the emotional scenes, and the fun scenes. Like, come on, man. Dude was cooking.
Yeah, he was just a wonderful character too. Like it was so beautifully written and he brought it to the screen like intensely. And then same with Wiley's comment about the soundtrack. I loved it. I loved when they tied in kind of like all of his previous life through his music, like when he was playing the music himself. And you got that feel of that like nostalgia. And then same thing, of course, we're seeing with like the Teletubbies and just different things like that, like all of these like relevant pop culture moments that are brought into this world and kind of that funny conversation. Cause I feel like we all talk about this, like, well, we don't all talk about this all the time, but you know, you talk about like what will stand the test of time in decades to come. Like if something were to happen and we lost access to media, like what will future generations or like aliens find that kind of represent us as humans? And I like that we see that like their society completely crumbled and it's like the things that they had either when they were children and this happened, or if you were an adult and you got to live more life, all of those elements that you like bring forth that kind of like show that you're human. Just really beautiful. The first one, second one, so good. I did not expect all of that, honestly. And I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, I'm super excited for the next one. We got to talk about that setup a little bit too. But I do, like you mentioned, the humanization of these characters, especially of Ian, of Ray Fiennes' character, also of Samson, right? Like of seeing like that kind of, you know, I don't want to spoil like what they're kind of doing in this movie, but you kind of learn a little bit of like the main dog zombies like backstory. I'm like, what? Like, and then it just ties in so beautifully. Like, I think this whole story of like death and life and rebirth kind of all with this, and Andres, you will like this. There's a lot of Christian kind of theology kind of talking this too a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, it's more like kind of Satanism, but like there's a way they kind of like parallel. They kind of parallel it in a weird way. It sounds crazy saying it out loud, but like if you see the movie, it's a very interesting kind of relationship. I mean, I can't
because
even.
It's like faith. It's faith as a whole, kind of, and it's like because like even with Ian Kelson, like he says like, yeah, I'm an atheist. Like but he honestly has the most faith out of anybody in this film. Faith in humanity, faith in good, wishing the best for everybody around him, and just trying with whatever resources he has to find solutions to the problems that are happening. Little things, big things, and yeah, exactly what you said, RB3, when we're talking about Samson's character, and just when you see a crowd of zombies, all of those people used to be human too. And so even again, kind of getting into spoilery, but the fact that we even got like perspective shots from the zombies and we see what they see, it gives you a deeper understanding, and again adds like more humanity to these people that are kind of stripped of their humanity.
Yeah, that all sounds amazing. I obviously want to give a final shout out to Nia DaCosta herself, a director who, the highest quality of a director, personally for me, has always been about performances. So hearing you guys talk about the performances in this movie is really cool. So, any director can do cool shots or, tell a really interesting story if the script is good, but getting those performances, that's what Nia DaCosta is known for. So shout out to her.
Especially, I ain't gonna lie, like the first movie lacked significantly on the women characters. Like this one was like, it was like kind of the whole show, you know what I'm saying? And, they're kind of alluding to, again, there's kind of a setup for like the third one, and the third one's even kind of looking like it's gonna be some crazy ish going down. Cause yeah, I don't want to spoil, but we're gonna keep it spoiler free for now. But it has a good ending, but then it also sets you up for the next one in the way it's like, okay, get me in that theater like tomorrow, like I'm ready, Yeah,
and then another shout out. I mean, speaking of RB3, but Erin Kellyman, she was absolutely phenomenal. And then same with the kid too. I cannot find his name.
Yeah.
But he's really great.
Erin Kellyman, that's my girl. Infant's Nest. Shout out.
Oh, really?
Oh, what is she in?
The Solo Star Wars story. She plays Infant's Nest. Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's obviously in Willow too, and I love Willow. So I was the one person that saw Willow. Shout out Willow. But yeah, that all sounds amazing. Obviously, I'm going to be checking out the movie. I just haven't had a chance to. I've been trying to catch up on so many stuff. So appreciate you guys talking about it. This was really, really cool. Let's move on to our other news today that's all about DC. We're going to go from DC to Marvel, but let's start with the DC news. And that is one of the Flash's screenwriters is joining Batman Brave and the Bold. This is Christina. Oh, I'm going to get her name. Christina Hodson. Who is joining Batman Brave and the Bold, previously worked on The Flash with Andy Muschietti. How are you guys feeling about a Flash writer joining a Batman movie?
It's on me?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I mean, look, I'm not mad at it, honestly. I know some people, gosh dog it. Okay. I can't find the clip right now, but come back to me in like 2 seconds. I'm gonna have the clip. I'm gonna have some clips. But yeah, no, I love some of her work. She's actually The Flash. Putting The Flash is like the main thing she wrote is a little bit of a misnomer. She's also wrote Birds of Prey, one of my favorite recent DC movies. She wrote the Lost Batgirl film that, unfortunately got lost to time, but she was obviously very involved with the Batman character through and through. Now, I don't know, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so Sabrina, I'll start with you.
I am just kind of over all of it. Not even trying to be a hater. I'm like practicing not being a hater on this stream because I feel like I say that so often. But I don't know, in a world that we have Robert Pattinson's Batman, I just feel like having another Batman completely tonally different. I feel like it's so difficult to not compare the two. And we already know that one started off like pretty high quality. Because if we have like, I know Superman, which I enjoyed, I had a lot of fun with. Of course, it's like lighthearted, it's fun, it's a little silly. There's a lot of humor in it with the James Gunn of it all. I don't necessarily know how that's going to tie into a film like this. Maybe her being attached will kind of help like reel this in a little bit more. Because like RB3 said, I did really, really enjoy Birds of Prey. But I know some other people didn't. I don't really understand how, because I feel like the humor is so much more elevated and it fits tonally in that film, which means like in this one with the Batman character, I feel like that's tonally more in line with what I see potentially happening with this film. So I guess I'm like hesitantly excited, but I don't really care too much at the same time. Like, it's like, that's good news, but good news for something I don't care about.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to hear you say, I thought you liked Superman, Sabrina.
I did like it.
Okay.
And I like it as its own thing now, thinking like, now we have Batman and we have this, and like, how does that fit tonally with like the Superman film, like all in the same universe? And on top of that, we have Matt Reeves, the Batman. And so that's kind of just where I don't know if I'm really excited for that.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. And that's exactly what the point of that movie was. And James Gunn made it very clear. He was like, this is a setup for a universe. I'm setting the tone, literally setting the tone, which what RB3 and I have talked about a lot, which was ridiculous. Like one of the silliest superhero movies I've ever seen. And that's fine if that's what he wants to do, but it just doesn't work with Matt Reeves' Batman. And I would just hate to water down or splash down or whatever, ruin that project in any way. So for me, it makes sense to get a new Batman. I think they have to get a new Batman. The tone of this new Batman, that's a very interesting question that you posed, Sabrina, because I do think that's important. Because I do think that making it too silly, same as Superman silly, would be a mistake. And obviously, I love my Latino brother, Andres Muschietti. But at the same time, he is known for being extremely silly. So that is something that I am a little concerned about when it comes to a Batman movie.
I think my thing is, I feel like they should have just like held off on Batman for a bit. Maybe bring him in later, like let's let things rest for a second. Let's open up this universe a little bit more. And I know there's a lot of things in the works, of course, like Supergirl's next. I feel like it's gonna really lean into that superhero fatigue of it all with having like two Batmans coinciding. So it's not like bringing in Robert Pattinson's Batman into this universe. It's more so like maybe letting this rest for a second. And then maybe in like 5 years, we kick off Batman in this universe.
To be fair, though, I think it will take a while. I think they're barely in the pre-production process of Brave and the Bold. So I don't think this will be a movie that's coming out anytime soon. I still think we'll see probably Man of Steel 2. I mean, Superman 2 before we see this movie. So I think it'll be a little bit of time. But I think good for her. I think it'll work out if she knows the DC universe as well as she seems to do.
Yeah, she knows the DC universe. I did, you know me, man. Primetime hater status. I got to show the low lights too. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be all love on first cut. So this is a clip from, spoken out of the lips of Batman in The Flash.
Are welcome.
My ego's far too big to say thank you to someone else. I developed this all-powerful persona to compensate for my childhood trauma.
I too have childhood trauma.
The lasso of truth.
So I mean, it's a little funky there. I don't know. That's a little tricky scene. But it's a comedy vibe. I'll say too, if I'm gonna show the low lights, I'll show the highlights too. There's also another scene from Affleck.
I will say, I feel like you should do a warning if Gal Gadot's acting is going to be shown to us. You didn't even let me know about that.
No. Yeah, that was my bad. My bad. Maybe it was more Gal Gadot's fault in that one. But and then I gotta show the highlights too. Shout out to this scene in The Flash as well.
These scars we have make us who we are. We're not meant to go back and fix them. And there's nothing broken with you that needs to be fixed. Take it from an old guy who's made a lot of mistakes. You want to live your past. Live your life. Don't let your tragedy define you.
What if it's supposed to define me? Your tragedy made you a hero.
That also made me alone.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say like pretty deep understanding of the Batman character right there too. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be all tragedy and loneliness like with Bruce Wayne. It's you know, there's a lot of depth, there's a lot of potential there. So I'm there for it. Yeah,
obviously I have so many thoughts. I'm the DC guy. DC I could talk about for hours, and for me it's more about making it more like Batman in the Justice League universe, right? Where he is a little bit more like a leader. He is a guy who has the plans, whether it's Young Justice or Justice League, the animated series, that kind of style of Batman, where he really is thinking ahead, trying to keep the group together. He's still serious and he's still depressed and he's still Batman, but he doesn't necessarily, he's not in like the Matt Reeves universe. Like he's in a universe where he's trying to fight aliens and he's trying to come up with a plan how to fight an alien or try to take down a sorcerer. And it's like, how does Batman going to take down the sorcerer? That kind of stuff is really cool to me, and that's the stuff that I really enjoy. So, yeah, shout out to her. Hopefully the movie works out, and hopefully they'll give Andres a shot, because the Flash was not good. It just was not good.
It wasn't good, but the best part about it, I think most people can agree, were the Batman sequences. I'm showing another clip as we're talking over it right now of the chase sequence that Affleck had going into the bridge and everything. Honestly, one of the best Batman chase scenes like I've ever seen. And you're telling me that this director and this writer are paired together to make a new, look slightly more, I guess, lighthearted Batman. I'm kind of there for it. Like it at least is a good combination on paper.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work out. I'm hopeful, because I do think we need more female writers in general, and the fact that she is something that has worked with Andres before or worked with Andy before. So I think that's also a key component to making the chemistry work as well. Yeah. RB3, your movie, Avengers Doomsday.
My movie.
Yeah, your movie. Is apparently gonna be 3 parts. Talk to me a little bit about what you're hearing about Avengers Doomsday being 3 parts.
Well, yeah, you know, salute to friend of the show. Well, 2 friends of the show, maybe 1.5 friend of the show. John Roca and Jeff Snyder. They, of course, on their Hot Mic show. If they hit 50 super chats, you know, they drop a scoop. So they hit that 50 super chats, and then they started dropping some little rumors. And here's what Roca had to say.
All right, I'll say this. This is what I heard from my source today, but I think we've heard this already, Jeff. They've heard that Doomsday could run for 3 hours and that it's huge, and that they are considering splitting Secret Wars into 2 parts. But we've heard all that already. So I think so. I don't know if there's anything big that's reported there. So,
yeah, and then on top of that, that blogger, not blogger, maybe that's disrespectful, but that dude, Daniel RPK, also has been saying that on Twitter this past weekend as well. So things are kind of bumbling in that conversation. I believe it for a multitude of reasons, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, Sabrina.
Honestly, you go first.
I was going to say, the biggest Doomsday Avengers fan. Sabrina, you have to tell us your theories right now. I mean, if I off the dome, I can theorize. I think so. And I think I think this is going to be them. This is Kevin being like, hey, you know, let's restart. And, you know, my bad on some stuff that I did before. And this is him apologizing in 3 movies, I guess. And he's trying to say an official goodbye, I guess, another goodbye. I don't know how many goodbyes we're going to get to Captain America. And then another official goodbye, even though we got one before, to the X-Men cast, which I think is ridiculous, but I've already expressed my thoughts on that. While still uniting the good parts of the MCU that we all like, that I really hope Kevin is not going to deny. It doesn't seem like he is, at least, which is the Wakanda parts, Shang-Chi, that kind of stuff, and then uniting them with, I guess, another universe. I don't know how that universe is going to collide somehow, and Doom is going to use his powers, magic powers, to bring those two universes together, and then that'll be the MCU moving forward without Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and possibly Chris Hemsworth too. Maybe a final goodbye to Thor.
We can only hope. Yeah. I think this makes a lot of sense. Do we know, because I'm like out of the loop of this, is it the Russo brothers for all two of them or three of them?
That's kind of what I think. I have a little theory about that, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, the way that I used to like love these movies so wholeheartedly, especially when it came to like Avengers and just like MCU as a whole, I just haven't really enjoyed the like aimless, hey, we're putting these movies out. We're also not really giving these stories a lot of care. They have no stakes. So I'm kind of on board with everything you were saying, Andres, where it's like, I think this is another kind of like reset because they know that what they've been doing hasn't been working. And I hope post this, moving forward, we can have interesting stories with interesting characters, see less of the same characters that we already spent over a decade with, well over a decade with, and really introduce new ideas, have trust in our filmmakers. I think that's the biggest one. The thing about the Russo brothers is that I feel like they are perfect for films like these because they don't really have their own kind of identity. They can direct like interesting action scenes. So it's like after this, I hope that puts an end to all of that. And, you know, we saw it with like Shang-Chi, like Destin Daniel Cretton. He's a fantastic filmmaker. We've talked about him a bunch of times, Short Term 12, like small films like that to big films like Shang-Chi. So if we have people like him, if we have a Nia DaCosta in the future, I'm like, don't take her movie away from her. Like, let her do the job you hired her to do for a reason. So I think that's like my hesitancy with everything moving forward. It's just like, it feels like they've just been listening to fans and seeing what fans wanted and like what they can kind of like fan servicey vibes. As long as we get less of that, I'm a happy girl. Make it 3 movies. If that means that I'm not sitting in the theater for 4 hours watching Avengers Secret Wars or whatever, happy to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, I think the implication is going to be 3 hour, you know, like.
Oh my God.
3-4 hour movies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you might be in there for 12 hours, you know what I'm saying? Overall in total. Yeah, it's look, they doing this different. Now I will say, I think and this is all like kind of still speculation. It hasn't been confirmed by like Disney or anything. I think there are 3 circumstances that are kind of pointing in that direction though. Number one, you look at the release dates, right? Like, Avatar fan, I look at the Avatar release dates. Like, they had Avatar 2 and 3 basically like pretty close to each other, 2022, 2025. And then they're taking a 4-year gap for the next one, right? Whatever, I don't know what it's called. So that's in 2029. So then we know for sure that Doomsday is 2026, Secret Wars is 2027. There's still nothing in that December 2028 like day. And Disney loves a December release. That's where they put all their big movies in December usually. So I feel like there's still an open space left that they haven't put a release date there for. I feel like that's for that. I also look at this post that the Russo brothers posted on their Instagram, and they're like, look harder, and everybody was like speculating like, what does this really mean in terms of like what they're trying to tease. I think if you zoom in a little bit, you can see the light panel is like hitting 3 individual like railings, like hitting 3 kind of panels. I think that's alluding to, people are like, oh, that means X for X-Men. Like, no, I think it's a little deeper than that. I think it is like a secret trilogy that they're planning. Now, I think the reason they haven't announced it though is because Disney's trying to cut their losses if Doomsday and Secret Wars sucks. Like, if Doomsday sucks and it doesn't make $1 billion, I'm sure they're gonna be like, nah, just do Secret Wars all in one and just wrap it up. Like, we're gonna cut our losses short. But if it's a hit and makes $2 billion, then they're gonna be like, yeah, let's do a trilogy. So that's kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah, that all makes sense, man. I mean, obviously, I've been a little bit more tepid on the MCU because I do feel like a lot of what Sabrina said is true. It just feels like they're, scrambling to make something that please people and certain people, and it just doesn't feel like they're trying to tell a good story, which is kind of what most people should want to see. Is a good story. So yeah, also the Secret War things, I still can't get over it everything. And I told you this already, but Sabrina, the whole like fight to the death kind of thing that apparently it is, I just can't, like, I can't get into that, man. I'm sorry. This is not a video game. It's a movie. I don't want to see Cyclops versus Thor. Whoever wins stays in the MCU. Like, oh, come on, man.
Well, no, okay, ridiculous. So yeah, I mean,
that's just so silly, man. I just can't.
Yeah, okay. Well, they say that, but okay, now that it might be 3 movies, actually, to me, the possibilities become even more endless to me. Like, because what can really happen? Because, if you're just 2 films, it's like, okay, they're doing a tribute piece as Doomsday, and then everybody coming together like Endgame style and Secret Wars, right? Now that it's 3 movies, now the question really does become, do people really die? Like, are we rebooting at any point? Now because if you're telling me we have 2 movies to get Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, and Deemson Eldris as the new Black Panther, and all these Wakandans.
Is that 100% confirmed?
It's not 100%.
Oh, okay.
Like,
it's a rumor. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good casting. Actually, I did not hear that until this moment.
Yeah. That's what everybody's saying. But I mean, there's just so much. It'll be literally so much. Like, there's so much. There's so many characters. We still got Monica Rambeau in space. There's literally so much. Like, I don't even know how they could fit this all. X-Men, like, fitting this in 2 movies almost seems impossible anyway. 3 movies kind of sounds more logical. Then we could fold in, heck, maybe they could fold in the old Spider-Man or Ghost Rider or whatever they wanted. They could get really freaky with it in part 3. Or they could kill everybody off and just have a complete reboot. Like, why not that too? Maybe they bring Jonathan Majors back. I don't know. See, now I'm just like talking, but.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will die. If that's what they're aiming for. I think that's the point. Because they're too damn old, bro. For crying out loud, Jesus, let them go home. They're not gonna do 7 movies with freaking James Marsters as Cyclops. Like, get over it. It's ridiculous.
No, I'm like so uninterested in watching Patrick Stewart die for like the 4th time. I'm like,
same.
What do you mean? Why?
Yeah, that's the one that really, I don't know why it bothers me. I'm the biggest X-Men fan, and it just bothers me that they're bringing them back just to kill them off again. Yeah, they're like 100 years old, man. Like, for crying out loud, we can understand that there's another X-Men. We don't have to like show them do cool stuff and then die really cool on camera. I don't know.
Okay, but what if in part 3 we get Jennifer Lawrence coming out the portal in the blue makeup? Like, come on, dog, that could be crazy.
That wouldn't do anything to me at all.
We get Evan Peters. And we get the new.
They do another music scene again. They're just like regurgitating all the same things that everybody loved.
But that's exactly what I don't want.
Exactly. That's also what I don't want, like, in any way, shape, or form. But like, truly, I haven't watched a lot of the Russo brothers movies outside of Avengers related things.
They're not good.
They're not good. Like, just from what I know, like, I haven't seen them. I did watch like Cherry with Tom Holland, which again, not really helping Christopher Nolan's case with that casting, but who knows? Yeah. I'm just really over Electric State. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
They're not good. Yeah, they also did Gray Man with Ryan Gosling. Not
I forgot
good.
about that one.
They're just not good. They're just not good in general. I'm with you, Sabrina. If anything, they're not good, bro. If anything, like,
wait, stop it. We can't say that about the guys who did Captain America, Winter Soldier.
That's what I'm saying.
Winter Soldier was phenomenal.
They eat this down, like, truly. Winter Soldier. What?
It could be the script, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same writers. It's the same writers, by the way, who are doing Doomsday and Secret Wars as Winter Soldier. So it's like, it might not be. They're not okay. You're right. They're not good filmmakers, but they are like.
That's what we just said.
They know how to make a good Marvel movie. They know how to make a good Marvel movie.
Yeah,
That's exactly
like,
what we're saying.
Yeah, they know how to make a Marvel movie. I also would be more interested if like they do pass the baton to somebody else and we do get something fresh. Because I said this earlier, but like truly, I do think they're like the perfect directors for Marvel, but that's like derogatory. Like, you know what I mean? Because they can just like bring whatever that like Feige and everybody else wants to life. They can do that. And they're kind of malleable in that way and they don't really have a stamp. So I'm like, if they did Doomsday and somebody else took on Secret Wars 1, 2, whatever, that's something that would interest me a lot more, truly.
Yeah, I think my fear too, though, is like, are we gonna kind of retread our steps into what Kevin Feige's been doing these past few years, or are we gonna lean into it? And that makes me even more afraid, which is Kevin Feige being like, nah, F it. I'm going to go even more Kevin Feige and just get rid of all the female characters and just make it all dudes and just really whitewash the MCU and just take back 10 years of supposed progress.
No.
I don't know. I could see it. I could see it happening. I could see them being like,
is back, y'all.
No, I'd see the opposite. I see them being like, yo, we got a new administration. We're gonna screen it at the White House. And I'm just like,
we have Kanye apologizing.
Yeah.
Woke is back.
Yeah, but he's doing that for shady ass reasons.
I'm not saying that it's genuine. I'm just saying that woke is back in a big way. I think
Sinners and One Battle are the two front runners. Like,
that's true.
That's woke. That's woke is back to being woke is back.
We literally have an already like. We have Chloe Zhao nominated for Best Director when she has already won, and she's the only person who is in that lineup that has already been nominated in the past. So.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but then again, the whole Black Panther thing, there could be a whole dissertation written about that, which is not for me. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. You're right. Black Panther is questionable in terms of like the politics, but Ryan Coogler put his foot in that. Coogler didn't step in and really mess with that vision. If Feige just takes the approach that he was taking in 2018, 2019, and just chilling, letting the directors cook, and not really putting his fingerprints in it, then we'd be talking about Marvel being back at their prime. I mean, because we just spent 10 minutes glowing about Nia DaCosta's newest film. By the way, Hedda, she just did a few months ago too, also a phenomenal movie. The problem wasn't Nia DaCosta. Clearly, the problem was the executives, Marvel. So
100%.
So yeah, I kind of hope maybe they realized that a little bit. Maybe they didn't, but part of me feels like maybe they did.
I'm with you, but again, as someone who was there, I was there. You were there too, obviously. RB3, you were right next to me. But when they announced the Russos and they announced Robert Downey Jr., it felt like they were being like, forget it. Like, Nia DaCosta doesn't exist. We wouldn't even hire her now. That's how much they're doubling down on the bullshit.
I mean, I believe that 100%. I agree with that they would, now they're like, oh, dang, we took too many swings, but even they were actually being the safest of all at that time. They thought they were on paper taking swings with new and interesting filmmakers, but then not letting them do the thing again that they hired them to do. So that's the problem. But I do think the Robert Downey Jr. stuff, I'm so over it. I can't. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to watch the movie, whatever. But I do actually think that this does give them the opportunity to have a major reset and to see what made everything so interesting. Even I know, he's not really talked about that positively lately, but Taika Waititi with Thor, that was an actual big swing, still in the era of them taking actual big swings, and that did work out in their favor for the time that it did, until it didn't anymore.
I think until it didn't anymore is the bigger point, though. That's what they're seeing, because they're saying what have you done for me lately? I don't know. I'm just saying right now,
that chunk of time that they were really on one, and it's who even knows? I'm not trying to say that all these directors had their films stolen from them, but it does seem like there was a lot of intervention when it came to how stories were going to play out.
That's just facts at this point. That's not even a rumor. They 100%.
I'm allegedly.
No. Yeah, especially if, as you said, RB3, if you see any Nia DaCosta film, you just know that was not her movie. The Marvels. There's some stuff in it that was hers, but most of it was not. And then any recent of these, MCU films was definitely not the director's films. And the TV shows, for crying out loud, like we heard about the Secret Wars director. What's it called? Secret Wars? What was that show called?
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. That director basically confirmed it. He was like, yeah, I had a finale plan, and Kevin Feige ripped it up and was like, nah, we're doing a superhero battle with 20 superpowers. And I was like, cool, sure, okay, man. He literally said it in an article. So yeah, that just confirmed it. So
yeah. I think they said that too about Loki season 2, episode 5. They had a whole script written and like they threw it out at the very last second. It's crazy. But yeah, but shout out to, I'll still watch these movies. Like I'll watch them, you know what I'm saying? Like
we'll be there.
Maybe we get to the premiere, you know what I'm saying? Like
I actually love the Russo brothers, guys. I really love them. I want to be at that premiere.
Oscar winning Best Picture.
They are.
Russo brothers.
They are. They are. What if Now, what if Russo brothers do Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then the Daniels come in and they direct part 3, Avengers 3 or whatever it is, that could be kind of dope.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be interested in something like that. Like that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want them to be helming all 3 because then it doesn't feel like a baton is being passed or like just something like that. I just don't want to see them repeating the same stuff we've seen so many times over and over.
Yeah, but even then, the Daniels, they did Skeleton Crew, and everyone hated and didn't watch that too. And it's one of those things where, like, it doesn't matter eventually what director you have if you're not going to have faith in them and not trust them to cook.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are my last thoughts.
Yeah.
Speaking of directors,
wait. But before, I don't even know where we transitioned to. But I do just real quick want to just shout out the chat. Thanks for everybody who's tapping in. Again, Wiley Todd for the super chat. Anthony Cheeseman said, Alpha Zombie baby. Yeah, that's Samson. You know what I'm saying? Samson was Samson. And don't cut his hair. And then Kate Hughesby said, homie Kay, what's up? Yo, Kate, me, Kay, and Sabrina was just outside at CJ. Shouts to CJ's amazing party. Kay said, did you see Ray Fiennes accidentally leaked that Cillian Murphy is going to be the new Voldemort? That's funny. That's funny.
Does anyone care about this like new Harry Potter stuff? Like really, I haven't even watched all the other previous films, but with everything right now and J.K. Rowling, it's like,
yeah, I'm not watching that.
And it's like we've seen the stories are whatever.
Yeah, no. Nobody gives a F about that.
So I hope Cillian Murphy. Long story short, I hope he's not actually attached to this. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know if Kay was joking or not. Like that, I'm like, that's funny. If it is,
I saw someone made a graphic that like had him as Voldemort because obviously looks wise, like he would totally fit the bill, but at what cost?
Right.
Yeah,
that'd be totally crazy after. Never mind. And then Kay said 9 out of Batman, what the hell? And James Gunn, we trust low key. I sometimes trust James Gunn. You know what I'm saying? Like I trusted him for most of Peacemaker season 2. The finale was not the greatest. Dr. Doom has entered the chat. Thank you, Dr. Doom.
Hey.
And then Woke is back. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry, gang. We also have our first member. Wait, hold up, y'all. We have to give the homie a shout out. Our first member actually joined us on the membership tier, and I didn't shout him out at the beginning of the show. What am I doing? The name of our newest member, salute to you, is coming. It's coming. It's on my phone. It's the thing's low and slow. Raid Taba. Salute to you, Raid Taba. Thanks for joining our membership tier. We are going to be having big things cooking. We have merch coming. So as a member, you'll probably get some merch too, to be honest with you. But yeah, as members, we'll be having some special things for you, some early video releases. And we're really going to be cooking. Actually, my Hamnet review came out a little bit early for the members too. So yeah, thanks if anybody want to join our membership tier, only $5. We're making custom badges. It's coming soon. Merch. It's in the link in the description. Check it out. We got merch, we got hats. It's slow and slow. We're starting slow, but you want to support First Cut, want to support Sabak the Block, grab one of the 4 items that's on the shop right now and get freaky with it. And if you buy, I'll take a picture with you. Why not? And then last but not least, the First Cut website is almost here, y'all. The first cut website is almost here. We are getting there really quickly. So it's cooking. The design is pretty much finished. Oh, well, hold up. Wiley.
Oh, he's in. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a cool little color. I
love it.
Yeah, you're gonna, as a member, thank you. Welcome to the A24 Avengers. You are officially a member, and we're gonna have more benefits coming soon to our members very, very soon. And again, exclusive badges, maybe even maybe live stream or two down the line, like exclusive for the members and stuff. Depends on how many we get. But yeah, anyway, thank y'all.
Dope. Before we get to our next topic, I don't know if Sabrina, you had to take off or not, or if you still want to stick around.
Are we doing anything that I know? Or
you haven't seen Rip?
No.
You're not gonna let it rip?
All right, y'all. Then I'm out for the night.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if there's any other news that came popping, but honestly, who cares? Like, we're here. But yeah, no, this is yeah. I mean, man, thank you, Sabrina, again.
Yeah.
Everyone.
We gotta party it up like it's 2016 every weekend. So
every single weekend, because I'll talk to you about this later. Yeah. But have a good night, guys. Thanks everybody in the chat. See you next
Sabrina.
Week. Peace.
Bye.
RB3, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But give me 1 sec. Do you mind giving me 1 sec?
Sure, why not? The boxes are we're just having fun now. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, do I put stop video?
You can do whatever you want, man. Just, All
right. Yeah. My bad, bro. Give me 1 sec. I just gotta check on one thing.
Actually, don't put stop video.
Whoop.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Good looks. No, you good. But yeah, you could. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah. What's good, gang? Let's interact with the chat some more. Actually, let me see if I can find some pictures of the merch bit. Dr. Doom said, yeah, skip it. The Potter series, y'all. No disrespect to new cast, but yeah, I feel y'all. They should have just continued the original cast as adults, and them in Parenthood hashtag originality. Yeah, you're right, Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, you ain't lying, brother. This is a lot of unoriginal Fugazi stuff, man. I don't like it one bit. And these are old. This is not even. This is an older, lower third too. Undress, my boy. Okay, Undress is back.
All right, my bad, bro.
Boxes. No, you good, bro. Let me just get the boxes right real quick. Yada yada. And yeah, memberships, websites. Quarter Life Crisis. Cade is in the chat. Quarter Life Crisis will be coming to you very, very soon, y'all. Be on the lookout. March around Oscar season. Get the best film of 2025 or 2026 or 2023, whatever year you want to categorize it in. Because Quarter Life Crisis is coming very, very soon. We will have events here on First Cut. We will be hyping the heck up out of that. And there'll be Blu-rays. I know a lot of us are physical media freaks. So if you want a Blu-ray of Kay's and I original film, please be on the lookout because it's coming in March. So and merch. So
merch, bro.
And merch. Gotta keep pushing that merch. But yeah, no, okay, here, let me throw the what's the top again? Oh, the Rip. Yo. All right, bet. Let's do it.
Yeah, new Netflix movie that came out last weekend, The Rip, starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, teaming up once again. RB3, you got a chance to check this movie out. What are your thoughts on this new Ben Affleck, Matt Damon Netflix movie?
Man, I had a lot of fun with this film. You know what I'm saying? This was a really, and I hate to endorse any kind of propaganda. You know me. I hate, all cops are bad type of lifestyle. But man, the cops are pretty bad in this movie. The cops are like, oh, I like when movies show you like, nah, it's not just like individual cops that are bad. It's the entire system that's rotten. And maybe there's like one or two good cops like in the midst of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what this film's about. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, they're part of this Miami Dame police department. They get a tip off about a rip is when there's a bunch of money left inside of a house, either by the cartel or by whoever. And, they get the tip off like, yo, there's a lot of money in this house. They go pull up and stuff starts going left. There's betrayals, there's backstabbing. And not even to mention the rest of the cast, besides Affleck and Matt Damon, right? Steven Yeun, our homie. You know what I'm saying? Teyana Taylor, Oscar nominee. What? Like just this week, she's in this film and just got the Oscar nomination. Kyle Chandler, the new Green Lantern homie. So it's a stacked cast, really fun kind of premise and kind of containment thriller. It's from Joe Carnahan, the director. So if you know Joe Carnahan's movies, he makes really fun movies, in my opinion. So yeah, I dug it. It's a good action thriller.
Yeah, the cast is fun too, man. You forgot my homegirls, my colombianas, my sisters, Sasha Calle and Catalina Moreno.
Oh, that's Sasha
Supergirl.
Calle?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
That was Supergirl, man. Yeah.
Oh, wait, who is she? Desi?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and then obviously, I thought it was funny. At least I'm the only one who like recognizes homie. And I was like, all right, he's gonna do some action shit. Scott Adkins is in this movie. He's like a old school action star.
I remember Scott.
He plays Ben Affleck's brother in the movie.
That's who that was.
Yeah, he's in John Wick. He's the big guy, and plays the fat guy, suit guy in John Wick 4, I think. Yeah, he's like an old school British action star. So, Ford seen an American accent in this movie. Yeah, I thought it was decent. I just feel like the problem with these Netflix movies, man, is that they all kind of tend to blend into one another. Typical action, like some really cool action scenes type, plot doesn't really matter kind of movie. And it's not always that fulfilling to me personally. And then obviously, as you already said up top, anything having to do with propaganda, especially how you end a movie, to me is like how you nail it. And the way they ended it, I was like, bruh, no, no, we're not doing this. We're not going to be like, yeah, look at all these but the cop who does it best. And it's just like, no, bro. If anything, it could have been the homegirl who saved the day. It could have been someone else, but I just hate the idea of like the only thing to stop a bad cop is a good cop. And I can't stand it, man. I just can't. I'm so over that kind of, and Netflix has like 20 of those movies. So I think the biggest selling point of this movie though was still the cast, which was cool. And then some of the really, really interesting action scenes and, twists and turns and stuff like that. How'd you feel about that aspect? The idea of like, there's a dirty cop amongst them. Who is the dirty cop? Kind of the mystery angle of this film. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I love the mystery. I mean, that's what I really was impressed by was the misdirects and how, the people who you wouldn't think are the bad guys end up being the bad guys. And, of course, the movie kind of have a little fun with it too in the very beginning. Like, Kyle Chandler comes in and he's like, look at y'all dirty. Y'all the dirtiest cops I've ever seen. Yeah, that line made me laugh so hard. It's like, y'all look effing dirty. I'm like, yo. And then Matt Damon walks in the screen. He's like, hey, yo, look at this. The most corrupt cop in Miami. Damn, I'm like, gosh, dang, we getting super corrupt with it. But I love it. That's like, I think that's kind of why, again, like, you're right, like propaganda, whatever. To me, again, it's like, this is like more in the vein of like Training Day, like where it's like the cops are really bad, but of course you have to have
less bad.
Yeah, there's a less bad. Yeah, lesser evil. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a movie. You have to have a hero character. If everybody's all pieces of dirt, like, you're not going to go anywhere with that. But like, having this kind of like who done it, where did they go with it? Great cinematography with it too. To me, it didn't feel like I know you said like the action beast kind of felt like very Netflixy. To me, the cinematography didn't feel very Netflixy. It felt very dark. It felt very lived in. Like even the parts when they're in the back of the van, it was like, like it was like super dark, almost like too dark, but in a good way because it forces you to not look at your phone. You actually have to be paying attention to what you're watching. So yeah, I kind of like that, and I like that a lot about it. Talking about the Netflix formula, I was trying to find a clip on my phone. That's why you see me on my phone. There was a clip of like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They were on the Joe Rogan show. Trust me, I don't watch Joe Rogan. But the clip's been going around, and they kind of talk about how Netflix has a very strict formula for like how they like to do movies. You know, a big, you know, whereas old school movies were, you know, the biggest action scene comes at the end. You know, Netflix's formula is like, yo, have the biggest action scene right at the beginning, and then like people can kind of tune out the rest of the way. And you know, that is their formula. If you look at a lot of Netflix movies, that's their formula. But like, thankfully, this movie kind of avoided that trope as well. Like, it had a little bit of action in the beginning, but like it didn't totally kill everything. Actually, I think I found that clip. Let's see if we could hear it. I actually don't even know if this is the clip or not, but let's see.
You're watching in a room, the lights are on, other shit's going on, the kids are running around, the dogs are running around, whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's just a very different level of attention that you're willing to, or that you're able to give to it. And that has a big effect. And it also ends up having an effect, or is starting to have an effect on how you make movies. Like, for instance, Netflix, you know, the standard way to make an action movie that we learned was, you know, you usually have like 3 set pieces, one in the first act, one in the second, and one in the third. And, you know, they kind of ramp up, and the big one with all the explosions, and you spend most of your money on that one in the third act. That's your kind of finale. And now they're like, can we get a big one in the first 5 minutes to get somebody, you know, we want people to stay tuned in, and you know, it wouldn't be terrible if you reiterated the plot 3 or 4 times in the dialogue, because people are on their phones while they're watching, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
And so then it's good experience of watching at home.
So that's the Netflix formula. Literally, he broke it down. And and I think that's why I think this movie is it's a slight cut above most Netflix productions. I feel like it's not the best movie ever. I wouldn't even say it's like really, you know, anything. It's kind of even below tier of like a lot of these cast members, to be honest with you. Like, the fact that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and Steven Yeun and Tiana Taylor all signed up for this is a little surprising. But it is a cut above. Oops, sorry, my bad. That's my phone. It is a cut above the rest. Yeah, it's big money involved, of course.
That's what it is, man. That's they get a cheap, you know, script, and then that's what it is, bro.
Cheap.
Yeah, in the sense of like, that's where's your money going?
Like one
right?
location.
Where's your budget?
Yeah,
your budget's going to your cast. You're getting butts and seats. The reason why you can bypass that giant action scene in the beginning is because it's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck arguing about like, I didn't kill her, you killed her, like that. That's going to get audiences in a different way. If it was some random dude, you know, saying the same words, it probably wouldn't work for a Netflix movie, right? But because you have those 2 massive giant stars, they paid him a boatload of money. I guarantee it. There's no way they're going to sign on to this kind of movie if they did not pay them like a ridiculous amount of money. So,
well, they paid him a ridiculous amount of money, and thankfully, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, the white saviors that they are, they negotiated a deal. They negotiated a good deal for their cast and crew members off of this movie. Actually, hold up. Let me see, what time is it? It's premiering. Okay, cool. They made an excellent deal where all 1,200 of their cast members from this film are, even the below the line guys, the PAs, you know, the crafty people, they're all going to get bonuses if this film performs well. So for the first time ever, any kind of deal like this has ever been cut with not just Netflix, with any kind of studio ever. The entire crew is going to be getting paychecks and bonuses if the film hits like certain matrices that, you know, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have been talking about. So, you know, salute to them for knowing Netflix got the bag, but let's spread the wealth to the other places too. And they looked out for the crew. So
that's a very interesting deal. It almost feels like brand new, considering streaming has never done anything like that before. Because obviously we've heard of those kind of deals when it comes to box office, but how does Netflix determine? I'm assuming they had to reveal that to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck before they confirmed it, because they can just make up their own metrics and change them if they have a deal like that. But I'm assuming there was transparency involved with that kind of deal.
Yeah, I think it's something about if the movie lasts in the top 10 for a certain amount of weeks or something like that, which Netflix can fudge those, but they can't really because now Nelson is like also watching Nielsen is also tracking Netflix numbers, so they can't really fake a lot of that stuff anymore like they used to. So if they are able to really hit that threshold, it's been number one for the past week and a half or something like that. So who knows? Maybe because even the old school deals like that we saw in older movies and TV shows, those are all for like writers and directors and producers and above the line people. But having something even for like the camera operators, the assistant editors, the costume designers also get an extra pay cut bonus from that. I think that's really special. I think that's something we got to celebrate.
That's really special. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, as you said, when it comes to the below the line people, the PAs, the crafties, the people who are doing some work that nobody wants to do. It's some really important stuff a part of filmmaking, and that doesn't get recognized and doesn't get benefited at all, RB3. So that's a really good point as well. Yeah, it's interesting because like you said, I'm curious, like on a producer level, if I put on my producer hat, like you said, one location, small cast. There's not a lot of extras in this movie. That's another selling point. Couple things here and there, waiting for the final action scene. I wonder if they use the nighttime in a significant way to hide some stuff. Just really cool, like interesting discussions you can have, because I don't think Steven Yeun is cheap either. No. Homie's a big star too. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them, man. If they got my girls paid, I'm good with it. But it also, this movie too also shows every time I try to explain it, and you know this, RB3, because you've been there, Miami's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Miami is like the wild west, bro. That shit is like, bro, I don't think I could live there, bro. And there's a ton of like, it's run by Latinos, like it's just all Latinos. And I still don't think I can manage, bro. I can't manage, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Miami in the 80s, Miami now, same shit, bro.
I was gonna ask you though, because obviously a lot of these movies could have easily gone like the cartel is doing this whole thing kind of thing, but this movie kind of subverted that a little bit too. Like, did you kind of? Is there any, Yeah,
I mean it's funny, right? Because they interviewed Mexican media. So I follow some Mexican press. And they interviewed Sasha about that, about the Colombian stereotype, and she literally says it in the movie. She's like, "Yeah, well, it's not all the Colombian stereotype. We're not all connected to cartel." And then she's connected to cartel. She pretends to be connected to cartel and all that. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm fine with it because apparently she had to she improv that line, and she was not. She didn't get it approved, is apparently what they said. Apparently, like on the spot, like Ben Affleck approved it, but apparently it wasn't director approved or writer approved. So that was something that was interesting to me. Yeah, to me, it still plays into the same tropes. It undercuts it a little bit because, like you said, the cartel are not the baddest guys, but they're still bad guys. You still call them cartel. So it's not like necessarily they're playing into a good trope. Or a positive representation in any kind of way, but they do try to do something slightly better in that way, even though they treat homegirl like crazy in that movie. And the whole setup with the house thing is also just absolutely nuts. If you're watching that for the first time, you're just like, damn, bro. Wait, did you say you're Colombian, bro? We're coming in your house. Just give me the hammer.
Oh yeah. She was
I was like, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, she was like, don't do any of that pushy cop stuff. And they're like, pushy cops? We're not the pushy cops. They're the pushy cops. And so she signs it, boom, ram through her house. I'm like, yo.
I was like, give me the hammer. Break that door. Yeah. It's just like, bro, this is crazy.
That's why I kind of like this movie, though. It's kind of funny in those ways, like, because they try to act like they not a-holes, but like they continuously do a-hole stuff, and it's like that's what kind of makes you think like, dang, are they really setting this up? So I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I can see people. It's a generic Netflix movie, whatever, but I dug. I actually watched it twice. I watched it twice.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I had fun with it.
Yeah, I definitely watched it once, but yeah, it's a fun stereotypical. To me, it just doesn't stand out enough in the Netflix action movie franchise. Just the typical Netflix movie for me. That's just kind of my thoughts.
Yeah. No. What'd you think of Ben Affleck's Spanish? What'd you think of his Spanish?
I mean, it's not bad, man. He's actually pretty decent. If you see him in interviews, he can keep up. He can definitely keep up. I don't know about Matt Damon, but Ben can definitely, he can spit. He can keep up.
Hey man,
yeah, I appreciate it.
You think he was learning from Jennifer Lopez? You think she was teaching him something?
Oh yeah,
Hey.
for sure. Even I think he might even know more than her. Yeah, at this point.
Oh man, salute to Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lopez.
There's a really funny clip that's going around Spanish Twitter. It's about how the two Colombian girls in it, the other cop that was Latina, I don't know if you remember her with the dog. She's Colombian too. And they're teaching Ben Affleck and Matt Damon Colombian slang. It's really funny, man. They really lean into it, into the humor of it. So I'm glad that they at least they're trying to reach out to Latino audiences, because as I said, it's a decent Latino cast in this, and then Miami's just all Cubans, Colombians, shit's crazy. Yeah. And they're all nuts. And they're all psychotic.
No, literally everybody's nuts. But I will say too, another fun side characters. Again, I watched the movie twice, so I was having fun the second time. When the Halali cops came in, or whatever the local cops came in, and they was thank you, turn off the lights, and Deuce stared down Ben Affleck for 10 seconds. I'm like, yo, why? It's just pure bad vibes all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Man, that was fun. Just the character. It's honestly. The script, like you said, generic, story generic, direction almost kind of generic. I think to me is the acting that kind of made it. They got big name actors and they got big performances out of them, because every scene, Ben Affleck was having fun, Matt Damon was having fun, Stephen Yeun was having fun, Tiana Taylor was having fun. Literally everybody was having fun, all the way through and through. I felt that.
Yeah, that was a funny scene for sure, man. Yeah, anytime they're slowly backing up. It's the scene from Ant-Man. You remember the original Ant-Man? He's back it up, back it up, back it up. It's them just slowly backing the cop car as they're staring him down the whole time, eye contact.
Yeah, no, literally, not even looking fun. Back. Yeah, that was cool, man. I like that movie.
Yeah, and shout out Kyle Chandler, man. I mess with Kyle Chandler. I like Kyle Chandler.
Fun, man. He's
cool. Yeah, he has something I don't know. There's something about him that I could always appreciate about him. So
yeah. He's like a more despicable Mark Ruffalo in a way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know if Mark Ruffalo is the best one. I would say he's more like a better. I'm gonna not say it.
No, say it.
It's more like a police officer, kind of guy, what's that guy's name from Stranger Things?
Oh, Hopper.
Yeah. He gives off that vibe. He's like friendly, but he's gonna be the tough guy kind of thing. So.
Yeah. No, true. Yeah, he kind of played that in this one too. Yeah. Nah, man, that was dope. I will say though, I did see an actual piece of propaganda this past weekend.
Oh, no way.
And
really?
That's Mercy. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay.
Mercy from
propaganda versus propaganda.
Yeah. No, I mean
back to back.
You talking about this that real propaganda right here. This is that Blue Flags type of cop movie right here, and this Mercy ish. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen the trailer for it, Mercy is the new film from Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson's in it. The whole idea is that, when you get put on trial, it's in the near future, far future, I don't know. And there's a new kind of legal system where for some people, if you get put on trial, you can talk to an AI judge who you have 90 minutes to give your case to. And if you successfully give your case to that AI judge in 90 minutes, you can walk free type of thing. But if you don't prove it, you can execute it. Game over. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Pratt, he himself is a cop, a detective. He gets accused. He comes home, finds his wife murdered. His daughter, thinks he did it, and he gets hemmed up. He gets arrested. and he has to sit in front of this AI judge. And surprise, surprise, this movie. You remember those movies that came out during the pandemic? That was like the Screen Life movies. I was like all took place on like a Zoom window, like.
Yep.
This is one of those kind of movies. Like, this is literally, it's like futuristic. It's an IMAX 3D, but it's a Screen Life movie. Like, I was like, what is happening? All he's just doing is like, the AI judge is like pulling up security camera footage from this angle. Oh, and because Chris Pratt is a cop, he's calling all of his cop friends. He got the token black sister. I forget the sister off the top of my head who's in this. She's helping him do the investigation. Like, don't worry. I don't even know what his name is. Murray. I'm going to just say Murray. He just sounds like a white cop name. Oh, Murray, it's okay. We're going to help you. She flies over to these homeless encampments, starts beating up a bunch of crackheads. And it's like, do we find the guy? Like, I'm like, what am I watching? Like, this movie is crazy. Like, it's actually like, it's literally like, it's like some far right nut job like wrote this script in like with ChatGPT in like 2 seconds and was like, oh yeah, this is something we could sell to Hollywood. Like for sure. We get Chris Pratt behind it. This is it. It's not good, man. Not good. Not a good one. They tried, honestly, maybe the most creative kind of Screen Life movie I've ever seen. But like, again, why am I watching like IMAX 3D of a bunch of screens popping up and a bunch of Zoom calls and AI Rebecca Ferguson, who's like maybe AI, but then she maybe has a little compassion for this guy. But how does she have compassion when she's an AI bot? And why didn't she have compassion for anybody else? Like literally there's a whole nother plot of like another dude who gets convicted by this mercy program by Rebecca Ferguson's AI thing. And he literally gets completely wrongly accused, like, and like wrongly executed, and it's like, what the heck? Like y'all just showed that and y'all didn't do nothing about this, like, So it's like it's a nothing burger, but it's a stark contrast to the Rip for sure.
Yeah. Did you see the Ice Cube movie?
War of the Worlds. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Exactly like that. It's another Screen Life movie. That one. My personal favorite was the one with Nia Long and Storm Reed. I forget the name of that one off the top of my head. But
is that Found or Lost or something like that?
It might have been Found.
Okay.
I just remember if you open TikTok when that movie was coming out, the first thing you would just see is like Storm Reed like tapping on the glass, like somebody help my mom. Like that was literally the most annoying TikTok ad ever. But yeah, that was man, what an error, man. And
I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the movie almost made me feel nostalgic for the pandemic in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like what's his face is tripping, man. I mean, has he made anything of value since Guardians? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think. I don't think he has. Has he been in? How about this? Has he been in any good things since 2014?
Well, the Electric
besides Guardians.
We counted the Electric.
That's like one of the worst movies ever, bro. Talking about good things.
Wait, hold on. Let me pull up Chris Pratt's.
Because for me, that's kind of a telltale sign of what's happening right now. I feel like he's leaning so much into his like new audience to the point now that he just doesn't care. Yeah. Because I know he's got this Amazon show,
The Terminal List. Yeah,
that apparently is like I haven't seen it, but I've read reviews about it that apparently is like the most ridiculous, over the top, like right wing propaganda shit ever. And I haven't seen it, but that's what I've heard. And if that's the kind of shit he wants to make, I just don't know if that's going to be a long career, if I'm being real.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, he could easily fall into the Clint Eastwood kind of status. He could fall into the,
that's giving him too much credit, bro.
I mean, Clint Eastwood is kind of tough, man. I don't know. Yeah, there are those those guys who just kind of do that. I will say he has way too many mainstream credits to ever really truly fall off. I mean,
that's true. He does a lot of voiceover stuff. Yeah. He does obviously the Mario, the Lego movie. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's probably going to sustain him.
And then plus, not to mention the Jurassic World franchise as well. You know.
Yeah, so. I don't know if that's gonna keep on happening.
No, I mean he's not gonna be in it, but I mean like it's like that. I mean can you imagine the residuals? Like I think all of them made $1 billion. Like,
yeah, he's filthy rich, bro. There's no way he's not, bro. With the Guardians movies too, and all the Disney contracts that he probably made up, and the what's it called, the Galaxy Breakout in Disneyland, like. He probably gets money off that every time he shows up.
Yeah. He gets the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland, the Jurassic World ride at Jurassic World. He gets a paycheck off that. You know, and then also too that Super Mario World.
Yeah.
You know, I think they used his voice in that too. And then
he's gonna get a bag off the newest one too.
Oh yeah. It's gonna make like $2 billion worldwide. Yeah. And then he's in Garfield as well. Oh, that's kind of trash. Yeah. Nah, it's this is maybe the saddest filmography I've ever scrolled through.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like if you think about it, it's like, man, you're gonna be rich forever. But that's kind of I don't know if you're considered an actor.
No, it's literally
more than just an ad.
No, it's dead. It's literally like Avengers movie, Jurassic World, Lego movie. You know,
at
Jurassic
that point,
World.
you're not an actor, bro. You're just a walking ad. And he was good in Guardians 3. Like we were talking about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be the downfall, or at least it might be the off season for sure.
Yeah, it might be the fall off. It might be the legendary fall off. You know, shout out to J. Cole. I don't know if that's ever gonna come out.
Yeah.
And then Cinema Gorilla said, and he's married to his the Schwarzenegger family.
Yeah. Yeah. He is. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I don't want to get into it, bro, because apparently there's like this whole like personal life stuff that's kind of weird. I don't know if you heard about that stuff.
With his church and stuff. Yeah, I don't really know about that.
Yeah, and with like, I don't know, that homegirl, like he divorced her, and apparently he was like pretty brutal to her. I don't know enough, but either way, I'm not watching this movie.
Yeah, nah, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Bro.
I did, but I'm not watching it again. But I should have. Yeah, you know, I could have gone harder on this review. I actually did want to. I've been itching to get in and rip this a new one. I didn't go as hard as I want to. Hopefully, I'll edit it up in a way to make it a little funny too. But it's honestly kind of sad. It's such a sad movie too. Like not even sad and like emotionally, just like sad in terms of laziness. Like why did nobody want to be in the same room with each other and film this? Like we're way past the pandemic. Like come on now.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Money saving type shit.
Yeah,
probably.
Nah, it's all bad. I'm just reading the last couple of chats before we dip. If that's cool. Wiley Todd said, "I love Harry Potter, but hate J.K. Rowling, so I'm glad the actor said F you to her." Yeah, shout out to the actors. Shout out to Kelly Marie Tran, who spoke out against J.K. Rowling as well.
Oh, no way. That's cool.
Side B. Dr. Doom said, y'all think we're getting that trailer for Doomsday or a double feature of Doomsday trailer and Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? I think we're getting both during Super Bowl. I think Super Bowl we're getting both. I don't know if we're going to play back-to-back, but we're getting both.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see definitely at least Doomsday, but for sure, I could definitely see Brand New Day.
I mean, I honestly think Brand New Day even more so because I mean, that one's coming out in July, and we haven't seen any footage from it, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Cinema Gorilla says he's going to be in Angel Studios soon. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Angel Studios. I ain't going to lie, though. Angel Studios dropping that bag right now. Angel Studios got that money.
That's they are. And they're making money, too. They are. There's no, work around that, but they're also garbage. And I would rather be broke and live in my car than take a bag from them. So.
Oh, dang. I'm not going to. I went to Angel Studio premiere one time. It was okay. No alcohol.
Okay.
No alcohol, And they prayed before the movie. I thought that was interesting, but yeah.
I'm not there. Catch me not there.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
Yep.
Come along, children.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you want to hit on, bro.
Nah, man, we're good. Appreciate everyone who joined. New members. We got new members now.
Yeah, shout out to Ray Taba and again, Wiley Todd. My man always comes through support. My man 150 grand, Wiley Todd, man. Wiley Todd, salute to you.
Obviously, make sure to check out our merch as well. You said the link is in the description below, so make sure you guys check that out. RB3, where can everyone find you, man?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DirectorRB3.
And you can follow me at Squad Leader Ace. And make sure to subscribe to First Cut if you haven't done so already. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff if you can. Either way, guys, for the First Cut crew, we're going to be peacing out. So deuces, peace.